I am so sorry if you can hear the, snowblower or weed whacker. Not a weed whacker, it's winter. What am I talking about? I'm sorry if you can hear the snowblower. It's constant. It's constant around my building. But remember when I said that every Sunday I was gonna make a, podcast thing? And it's been, a month? I can't with the snowblowers. They snowblow here constantly. Like, literally a millimeter of snow will fall, and they're out there at 6 a.m. with the snowblowers. Gotta love it. Yeah, I just, felt really inspired to talk today, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna talk about poetry, and then I was kind of thinking to myself, because I was bussing home from my creative writing class, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna talk about poetry and, my inspiration. And now that I'm sitting here, I'm like, I cannot talk about poetry right now. I want to let y'all know I'm wearing this shirt, which I love. I don't like beer. I thought it was a funny shirt. It's at Walmart if you want to go get it. So I kind of just thought I would talk about social media because I was sitting there on Instagram, and I have a lot of fun with social media, and it's something that I really like talking about. And so I thought I would talk about it today because I feel like I have kind of not a different or unique standpoint on it. Viewpoint, stance, or however I should say it, but I just like to share my opinions on this, so I'm gonna do that. Are they stopping? No, they're not stopping. They never stop. So, yeah, I just got back from my trip to Mexico. So oh, you actually can't even see it. Lit. I thought you were gonna be able to see all of my luggage sitting on the floor behind me in this video, but you can't. So I have some vlogs from Mexico. I took so many videos, so I'm gonna have to edit them all. It's probably gonna be like a 3 or 4 parter. I don't know, whenever I have time to edit it. I also do really want to make more ASMR videos because everybody eats it up. So that might happen eventually. I don't know, I just don't have any ideas to do for ASMR videos that I actually want to do. I obviously have ideas, but I can't think of things that I actually want to do because I don't really want to do something that takes a lot of effort because I don't have that much time. I'm a student. I be working. I be traveling. I be doing things. I don't really have time to take 4 hours to film a 20-minute ASMR video. So, if anybody has any suggestions, I kind of want to do a little video where I read a book. Because I have a lot of books. I don't know. Why did I say that? I don't have a lot of books, but I have some books I could choose from. I have a lot of darker books, but I also have the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So I feel like that would be a fun book to do a 30-minute video of me reading. Let me know if you'd be interested in that, or if you're not an ASMR person, that's fine. Only 20 people even watch these podcast videos I make anyways. So, but yeah, today I kind of wanted to talk about social media. I've been on social media for a hot minute. I think I first went on Instagram when I was 10, which in IMO is way too early. I think that's way too early to be on social media. I honestly don't think anybody should have social media till you're a late teenager, if that's my honest opinion, because your brain is still literally mush. My brain was mush, and it only did bad things for me. It took me a long time to learn how to use social media, and that's not really what I want to talk about, is my personal history with social media. But I feel like I'm actually at a really good... The snowblower is literally... I'm gonna keep mentioning it, but I'm gonna try not to. I feel like I'm at a really good place with social media right now, and I feel like I have a really healthy relationship with it, which I would not have said that 8 months ago. If you want to know the social media I'm on, I obviously use YouTube, which I consider a social media. I used to be super in the YouTube space when I was an preteen, 10 to 16, 10 to 15. I'm not really on YouTube as much anymore. I'm not on TikTok anymore. I sometimes pop on there to see like what my friends have posted. So I have it downloaded on my phone right now, but I don't use it. I don't go on the For You page. I'm not in on the trends. I am on Instagram a lot. I think Instagram is my main social media that I really like. I have Twitter, but I mostly just use it to like look at tweets about the shows I watch and stuff like that. What else do I use? Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I think that's like the only social media I have. I had Visco. I deleted it like not 8 months ago, like 6 months ago, I think I deleted my account. I just randomly one night like went on my phone and I was like, I'm deleting Visco, and I deleted my whole account, and I'm glad I did. And I also use Reddit, but Reddit's like a whole beast of its own. Sorry, I have like hairs all over me. Like I could actually probably spend a whole video talking about Reddit, because it's like Reddit is its whole own ecosystem. I swear to God, like Redditors are something else entirely. But yeah, I actually have a lot of opinions on TikTok as a platform. I joined TikTok in like 2020 when I think like most people did, and I would just kind of like use it. I would post TikToks for fun, and then it wasn't till not 2020. I joined TikTok like August of 2019, kind of casually used it, and then like the pandemic hit, and I mean, you're shut in at home, and I think that's when it really boomed into what it is now, and that's when I really started using it a lot. I mean, we have nothing else to do, and it's such like a holy shit. And you're thinking like, you could just wait to film this. No, I'm stubborn. I'm a Taurus. It's such like a unifying platform in some ways. And in 2020, I think it did that. It just made us feel like we had community when we didn't, because we were all locked in our homes. So that's when I went like mostly on TikTok, and I was like in on the trends. I was making so many TikToks, and I still love making TikToks. Like it's so much fun. Yeah, used TikTok a lot, 2020, and then that kind of continued into 2021, and then it wasn't until I moved, and then I would kind of be off and on, because sometimes I would get a little too into it, like you get sucked into that TikTok bubble, and then it wasn't until I moved here for university that I was like, hey, I think I need to kind of start distancing myself from this app, because it was really like, it really had a hold on me. So I would delete it for like a month at a time, re-download it, delete it for a month, re-download it. And then just this past summer, I think in like July, I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this app. And I've re-downloaded it, but not like I'm going to be honest. I told you, like I've gone back on to kind of check and see what my friends have done. And I still have a lot of my TikToks public. So I just want to make sure like nobody's cyberbullying me. So sometimes I still pop on just to see like what my friends have posted, which usually there's nothing really. My friends don't really post on TikTok. And then I'll delete it again for like a month. But I don't use it. Like I wouldn't say I'm on TikTok. I don't know like what the trends are. Me and my roommates like to say we're unplugged. Like we kind of joke about it. I hate TikTok. I hate it. And I know I just said like, oh, it could be used as like a unifying platform. It can be. TikTok is so unhealthy, and I actually urge like anybody, I don't really know if there's anybody who has a healthy relationship with TikTok. Actually, one of my roommates has it, and she like seems to have a pretty healthy relationship with it. She's not like on it all the time, which is really impressive, because that app sucks you in. I just felt like TikTok was making me like over aware of everything. Like every single thing I said or heard or saw anywhere, I was over analyzing it to be like, is that controversial? Like what was the underlying meaning to what they said? And it's like, And I would just take a step back and I'm like, what am I doing? And so I started stressing about everything, and I was like, I have to speak up about every social issue ever because otherwise I'm a shitty person. It was like making me super stressed out all the time because everything had to have a deeper meaning, and like, are you a good person when you say things like that? Like, it was making me like so, oh my God, it was too much. Like, it was not good for my mental health. So that's mostly why I deleted it. I encourage you, if you have TikTok, to delete it because it's actually like your world really does open up. I use Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels is so much healthier than TikTok. It's so much healthier, mostly because it has a shittier algorithm. TikTok's algorithm is almost too good, and it really just, oh my God, it just destroys you mentally, at least for me. And I would notice that I would be scrolling. Okay, so I'm scrolling, and then I'm like, I would scroll through about 20 TikToks until I got to one that actually made me like chuckle a little bit, or I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, and I would like it. So every like 20 TikToks, you have to scroll like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oh, maybe 12. Okay, I like this one. 1, 2, 3. Like, I was scrolling for hours, and after like 3 hours of being on TikTok, there was maybe like 6, no, not 6, maybe like 10 TikToks that I actually like found funny or interesting or useful in my life. 90% of it was just garbage that I didn't even care about. So that's when I knew, like, okay, this is a problem, because it took like so much scrolling to even just find something that was kind of like, look at that. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I was wasting my time. I deleted it. That's mostly my opinion on TikTok. I think people should just delete it if you don't have a good relationship with it, because actually deleting it has helped so much. And once I deleted it, I actually like found myself not even thinking about it. Like, I wasn't sitting there on my bed just like, man, I really wish I had TikTok right now. Never. I was like, I'm not even thinking about it. I don't even care. And I actually feel like better not being on TikTok. Like, there was just so many things that I'm like, I don't miss out on the excessive cancel culture on there. That was like probably the worst thing, because I was like, if I watch this movie with this actor who just got canceled, am I a bad person? I don't have to think about that anymore. I don't have to think about it. So now I've shifted to being like on Instagram more. Instagram is the social media I use the most, but even at that, like, my screen time used to be like so much, and it would be like 5 hours a day on TikTok. That's actually disgusting. Like, that's so gross. 5 hours a day on fucking TikTok. Like, I was so ashamed. And now, like, the most I'll use Instagram in a day is an hour. And that's a social media app I use the most. And at most, it'll be an hour in a day. Like, the entire day, my screen time for Instagram is an hour. At most. It's usually like around 30 to 40 minutes. I guess I can talk about Instagram Reels a little bit, because I actually do like, first of all, I much prefer to go on Instagram Reels than TikTok, just because it's so much of a healthier space. Because I don't feel like Instagram Reels is constantly trying to like suck me into like controversial things, whereas TikTok, I feel like I was always getting sucked into like going down these rabbit holes of like, what did this person do wrong? Instagram Reels, I don't feel like that. Instagram Reels is like so wholesome for me. Like, I just have like a video of like somebody like walking their dog, and then a video of like a teacher like teaching their class, and then like a video of this person going on a trip to Australia, like, and then a video of this person showing like their ab workout. Like, it's just like, I'm just like, wow, nice. And I like, instead of scrolling for 20 TikToks to find one that is kind of like, oh, I like that. Like, that was actually like, that made my day better, or like, that's useful, I'm going to save that for later. That's really interesting. On Instagram Reels, I actually find it's like every 1 to 3 reels is like that. It's a lot more, I don't know, it just feels a lot more like wholesome in a way, I guess. I also really like posting on Instagram. I have a private Instagram, which is just for like people I know, but I do have a public Instagram. It's Grace in space, two E's in Grace. I always have it linked, and I post a photo a day, and sometimes I post reels. So if you want to follow that one, you can. I also have an edit account with my roommate. It's called Credits for the Edits. We don't usually post on it because actually making like movie edits takes forever. I think those are the only like public Instagram accounts I have. I really like posting on Instagram. That's something that it took me a long time to get where I am now with posting on Instagram. I used to be like, everybody was like this where you had to post the perfect picture. Like, I wouldn't post a picture of myself. I wouldn't even post this video of myself right now. I would have to post where you couldn't see my eye bags. Like, I hated my eyebrows, my acne, you couldn't see that. I would never have my hair back. And now I just post whatever I want. And it's so much fun. And I literally don't care. Like, I just went to Mexico, and I think I posted 3 times while I was there in 1 week. Normally, I would never do that. That's like a rule. It was like an unspoken rule. Like, you don't post 3 times in a week. Are you kidding me? I don't care. Now, I don't care. Me 5 years ago would have cared. Me now, I don't care. I posted like 3 times in a week for my trip to Mexico, and I noticed like, I think 5 people unfollowed me, which I actually like seeing people unfollow me, because when I also have like 150 followers or something on my personal Instagram. Like, it's not that much. So, I kind of like seeing people unfollow me, because then I'm like, because I unfollow people if I just don't care about what they post. So I kind of like seeing people unfollow me, because it's like, good, you're taking the step to like unfollow me because you don't like what I post. Because then seeing one less person follow me, it's like, now I know there's one less person following me that doesn't want to see what I post, and it makes me feel like better about posting. Does that make sense? Like, clearly that person does not like what I post or has an opinion on it that I don't care about. So I obviously want them to unfollow me. Like, why would I want them to keep following me? So it gives me like, it makes me happier, because now I'm like, okay, there's one less person to like maybe judge what I post. And now I can like, I don't know. I'm just going to say that. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully somebody gets something out of that. I think moving here and meeting my roommates really helped me like posting on Instagram more, because I would only post on Instagram maybe like once every 3 months. Like, posting twice in a month was like, whoa, crazy for me. I just never had pictures to post, because I was scared of taking pictures, and I just thought I had to have, the perfect pictures, and I thought I had to be like on a trip or doing something special to post a picture. And I met my roommates, and we just we took so many pictures because we were having such a good time, and we would use Dispo a lot, which is like a disposable film camera app. I think like David Dobrik made it or something. We would use Dispo a lot, and we would post our dispos, and they kind of helped me like be comfortable with posting all the time. And now I think I post the most out of like all my roommates, and I post like all the time now, I think, and I love it. And I love just like sharing the like fun in my life, and even just the mundane things. I just don't care if you think it's boring, because it's my Instagram. Why would I care about what some random person I went to high school with thinks about my Instagram? Also, what made me more comfortable with posting on my Instagram is I used to have like 600 followers. I think like 2 years ago I had 600 followers. And one random day I was just like, I don't want these people to see what I post. And I think I did this before I moved to university. And so I just went on my followers and both my who I was following and who was following me. And I just started removing people. It took like hours. And I went from like 500 people following me, or like 600, to like 200 or like 170. Like, I removed like almost 400 people from following me. And it was just all the people that I went to camp with you for one summer when I was 13. I don't really like, I just don't, like, I don't know. Or people where it'd be like, I sat beside you in like grade 11 math. I don't know. It would just be those random people that it's like, I kind of don't really want you to see what I post. I also unfollowed a lot of people. I was like kind of, again, like healing and trying to learn how to use social media better. So I actually unfollowed a lot of people I still like. So here's my message to anybody listening that we went to school together or something and you noticed I unfollowed you. I probably unfollowed you for two reasons. No, not both of them. Okay. If I unfollowed you, it's one of two reasons. It's either I just straight up did not care what you post anymore because we have nothing to do with each other, or it's because every time I saw you post, it made me feel worse about myself because of personal problems, not because of you, but because I was so jealous of you, and it made me think worse about myself because I wanted to be you. So it's one of either two options. You could pick which one you think it was. Straight up, yeah, I would just unfollow people because I'm like, for the same reason that I would remove people from following me. It's like, why am I going to follow like a friend of a friend who like said hi to me at a party once? Why am I following you? Like, I don't need to see. And so I ended up clearing my feed, and instead of having like 40 new posts a day, and I would like spend way more time on Instagram, I actually don't really have like any posts on my feed. So now I actually love Instagram way more, which it used to be such a toxic app for me. And I think with Instagram, you know, where TikTok, my advice was just get off, jump ship. Instagram, I just really like it as a platform that I think if you find that Instagram is really toxic for you, there is a way that you can mold it so it works for you. And that's what I did. You know, I have a private account, so I just removed people that I'm like, if I post and I see you liked it, it kind of makes me think twice about myself. I'm going to remove you. And there was also some people where it's like, I don't even know if we've ever said a word to each other. Why do I have you following me? Like, you're just another person who has access to all of these photos. So I removed them. You know, you can also just unfollow people. It's Instagram. It's Instagram. It's literally a fucking social media, okay? Unfollow people. And I don't know why there's this like huge like stigma around unfollowing people and having those like unfollowing tracker apps where it's like you can like track who follows you, who unfollows you, like who views your account. It's so unhealthy. If you have one of those apps, fucking delete it. Okay, delete it. That's so unhealthy. And if you're like one of those people who it's like, I noticed this person unfollowed me, I'm unfollowing them back. You can do that, whatever, but like, really, you're gonna get that butthurt over somebody unfollowing you? Unless it's like your best friend, maybe that's like a different thing. But like, don't get upset over the random person that like dated somebody you went to school with unfollowing you. Like, don't, like, stop worrying about that, and also stop worrying that other people might worry if you unfollow them. Unfollow people. Like, there are some people that I genuinely love them as people. I don't really talk to them anymore, so, you know, I didn't feel like it was kind of tea if I unfollowed them, but there's some people that it's just like, it wasn't good for myself to keep following them. And it's not because of them, you know? Like, let's say, I'm going to make up a name. This is not a real person. Let's just say, Alex. You know, like, let's say Alex, you know, we don't really talk anymore, and Alex is going on all of these trips, or Alex is, like, really pretty, or kind of has the body that, like, when I was working more on my self-image, or, you know, they seem like they have a lot of friends, and they post about it, and I genuinely love Alex as a person. I unfollowed Alex because I would see those posts, and I'm like, man, that's not my life. Man, I wish I had that life. And every time I would see Alex's posts, it made me feel worse about myself. And that wasn't because of Alex. That was because of me. But I had to take the step back and unfollow Alex. And that's not a bad thing. And it does make it awkward now because now I can't really follow Alex back. It's a little awkward now. I'm in a bit of an awkward situation where I'm like, now I kind of want to follow some of these people back because now I'm like in a better place and like I'm more confident and more like sure of my life. But now it's kind of awkward trying to follow these people back, so also be warned of that. But anyways, what I'm saying is like you can turn, you know, your social media, or like more specifically Instagram, I feel like you can make it work for you. Yeah. And you can also just like post what you want. You could also like literally remove everybody from following you except for like your closest friends and family. Like you can also just do that. Like make it work for you if you want to use it and you genuinely want to have a good relationship with it. And I think that I have a really good relationship with Instagram now. I don't follow as many celebrities or influencers. Like the only celebrities I follow I think are like Zendaya and Gracie Abrams or something. Like, sorry, I had a hiccup. Like I really don't follow that many celebrities anymore. Yeah, I have a lot of opinions about Instagram. I actually really love Instagram. I think, you know, on the logistics end of like the app, I think there's a lot of things that could be improved, but I think Instagram is actually a lot healthier than some of the other apps out there for social media. And I think Instagram, though, it really is the way you use it. I feel like TikTok, there's not really a way that you can use it in a healthy way personally. Like, I just don't believe that is an option for me. Like, there was no way I could figure out how to use it in a healthy way like I could Instagram, so I just had to delete TikTok altogether. Maybe that's how you feel about Instagram, and then in that case, I would recommend you delete Instagram, but yeah, I actually don't really use Snapchat. I completely forgot about Snapchat. I don't really use Snapchat anymore. I don't snap people, like random pictures of my face. The only people I Snapchat are like my best friends from back home and my best friends here, which are my roommates, and then a couple of my other friends, just because we have group chats on Snapchat. But that's it. I literally don't Snapchat people. I don't really even use my stories anymore. Sometimes I'll post on my private. And I don't save Snapchat memories anymore. So Snapchat's kind of like a dying art form, in my opinion. I think it's just a waste of time. Snapchat's just like very high school to me. I think people who still keep snap streaks are like a little goofy. But that's just my opinion. Like, why are you still keeping snap streaks when you're like 25? I think that's just kind of lame, but to each their own. If that's fulfilled in your life, then live your life, I guess. Not for me personally. Yeah, this is almost 30 minutes long, so I think I'm going to cut it here. But yeah, I really like sharing my opinion on social media because I kind of want to try and like help other people to use social media more effectively and in a healthy way, because I feel like I've come a long way, and now I love posting on Instagram so much. I don't really post on any other social media. Like I don't really post on Twitter or like Pinterest or Reddit. I just kind of like, I'm a browser, but Instagram I do post. And again, I will link them down below if you want to check it out. My personal Instagram is what I post on the most actively, but of course that's personal. It's private. But yeah, let me know what your opinions are on social media. Do you, like, what apps do you love? Do you hate? Like, do you think there's a way that social media can be used in a beneficial way, or do you think it's just like all toxic? I love having conversations about social media. I talk about it all the time with my roommates, and I'd love to know what your opinions are. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Let me know, and maybe I will do another podcast episode about my poetry because I really want to, and look out for the vlogs from Mexico coming soon. Thanks for listening if you listened this far. I probably wouldn't if I were you, but again, exposure therapy in trying to make myself believe that what I have to say is important. Okay, be kind to yourself. Bye.